To those people who are currently serving or who have served, I just want to say I have a tremendous amount of respect for you guys. What's going on, guys? My name is Dane. Welcome to the video. So, November 11th is Veterans Day. That falls on this Wednesday, so in lieu of that, I wanted to do something that would honor the veterans, and I was looking through options of what to do, whether it was different training programs for the military or different personal fitness tests and all this other stuff. And I found out that just this past October, about 7 days ago from this recording, they implemented a brand new fitness test to the Army. So this is the new Army Combat Fitness Test, and I'm just going to read off the description of it because I'm bad at memorizing things. So the United States Army Combat Fitness Test, or ACFT, is the forthcoming fitness test for the United States Army. It was designed to better reflect the stresses of combat environment, to address the poor physical fitness of recruits, and to address the risk of musculoskeletal injuries for service members. It consists of 6 events and is graded on a scale with a maximum score of 600. The test is scheduled to take full effect as the U.S. Army's fitness test of record as of October 2020. So this is the new deal here. This new test is it's designed to better improve soldier and unit readiness, transform the Army's fitness culture, reduce preventable injuries and attrition, and enhance mental toughness and stamina. So there are 6 events in this fitness test. They include the 3 repetition maximum deadlift, a standing power throw, a hand release push-up arm extension, a sprint drag carry shuttle drill, a leg tuck, and a 2-mile run. And then each of those is graded on different criteria, and points are given to each of them, and then they add up to a certain score. And then if you have a passing score, then you are fit enough to serve, and if you don't, then. But a perfect score of 600 is achievable, and it's there's like a certain weight you have to hit with the maximum deadlift to get a perfect score for that. There's like a certain distance you have to throw for the power throw to get a perfect score for that. So there is a perfect standard for this test. Am I gonna hit that? I don't think so. But that's not gonna stop me from trying. So today, my roommate Donnell is gonna head over to the gym with me, and he's gonna be my drill sergeant for the day. He's gonna run me through this test, and we're gonna see how I fare. I'm hoping I do pretty well, but let's go find out. All right, so the first exercise is the 3 rep max deadlift, and I'm gonna do some warm-up sets, which they actually provide these sets and intensities for in the warm-ups. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with these warm-up reps, and then I'll let you know when we're gonna hit the 3 rep max, and that's gonna start the full-on test. All right. Okay, so this is it. 3 rep max, this is what truly starts the test. So once I start this, then it's pretty much more or less non-stop until we finish. There's no real set timer. There's only basically how long it takes to move to the next test. Let's get into it. right, so we have the medicine ball throw test set up. We have some markers with kettlebells along the way, and Donnell is gonna mark it right where it lands, and we have our starting line right below me. So they have 2 chances to throw the med ball as far as they can, and the longest distance is the one that's recorded. So let's give it a shot. So the next test is the push-up with a hand release test. So it basically looks like this. You start with your chest on the ground, you do a full push-up, you come down, and then you have to bring your arms out into a T, and then that's 1 rep. So basically this discourages cheating with only half reps. You have to go all the way up, all the way down, and release out to a T, and it's how many you can do in 2 minutes or until failure. You're not allowed to rest on the ground. You're only allowed to rest in a fully extended and forward-leaning position. So we're gonna go for it. We're gonna see how many I can do in 2 minutes.
All right.
We ready?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That it?
Yep.
Oh, I thought I had more time. I don't think I hit the benchmark. All right.
What you gotta say about that?
Don't do chest day before taking your Army physical training requirements.
How bad was it?
You know, I felt good. The first few was like, whew, nice, easy. And then like the whole taking your hands off the ground, since it stops all momentum and any stretch reflex that you have, it made the bottom of the movement so much harder. And I wasn't ready for that. I had not trained this at all. But let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so the next test is called the sprint drag carry. And it's a 5 by 50 meter shuttle run. So basically it starts with a sprint 25 meters and back. Then it's goes to a sled drag 25 meters down and back, then a weighted carry 25 meters down and back, and then lateral 25 meters down and back, and then another set of sprints 25 meters down and back. So this one's going to be a real killer for the high intensity cardio stuff, and this one's measured by time, so the faster the time, the better. So we're going to see how fast we can go. 3, 2, 1, go. Speak now, so barely, but the sled drag, it was easier than I was expecting, but then right afterward I was dead. So usually when I do high intensity stuff, it's my heart and heavy breathing that gives out first. But that time, I don't know if you're able to catch it on the second sprint, my mind was like go, 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 but my legs couldn't keep up, so I almost fell over. So I'm hoping that didn't cost me any amount of time, but I had to take a minute or so of breath in between then and now to actually be able to speak. But the next thing is tuck raises, knee tucks. We basically hang on the bar like this in a commando grip, and then you bring both knees up and touch either your knee or your thigh to your elbows. And this really works your core. And I'm really glad they got rid of the crunches, because I think crunches and sit-ups, they're okay, but they really fuck up your spine if you do them wrong. So I think this is a much better option, so good for you, Army. So, once I catch my breath a slight bit more, I'm going to hop up on this. We're going to test the knee tucks. Whew, let's go. All right, knee tucks, let's go, baby. I wish you could switch sides. I got like my right lat so much more than my left. Whoa. I have to do more core Alright, that kicked my butt. I probably definitely didn't pass that. Alright. Well, we got one test left, and that's a 2-mile run. And I don't think I'm gonna pass that either. So let's go, let's do that. So the last bit is a 2-mile run, in which is timed, and I am not a good runner. So this is gonna be Quite the challenge to actually keep pace with what I know I should be at, even though my heart is already pretty tight from the rest of this challenge, the rest of the test. But we're just gonna go ahead and get started and hope I'm fast enough. Oh, that's 2 miles done. And it took me 16 minutes and 26 seconds. I don't know if that's gonna be good enough, but we'll find out when we get home and look at the benchmarks. So, overall, that was harder than I expected. I was thinking that I'd do pretty well, and here I am just floundering around. Really goes to show that I should probably test myself a little bit more often to see actually where I am as far as fitness goes, instead of just doing the same thing day in and out. So I'm gonna wrap up at home and I'll see you guys there. All right, I'm back home, showered up, and the results are in. So let's get down to viewing them. So, these are. I'm going to first go over the scoring system for the different tests. For the 3 repetition max deadlift, the minimum score is 140 pounds for the 3 reps, and that gave you a score of 60 points. And then the maximum score you can get was 340 pounds, and that gave you a perfect score of 100. For the standing power throw, where you throw the medicine ball overhead, the minimum score is 4.5 meters, and the maximum score is 12.5 meters. And that is also respectively 60 and 100 points for the minimum and maximum distance. For the hand release push-up, the minimum score is 10 and the maximum score is 60. The sprint drag carry has a minimum score of 3 minutes to completion and a maximum best score of 1 minute and 33 seconds to completion. The leg tucks, this one took me by surprise. I didn't actually look at the scoring metrics until after I was done. To get the minimum score, you only had to do 1. So the minimum score is 1, the maximum is 20 reps. And finally, the 2 mile run was a 21-minute 2 mile as the minimum, and the maximum was a 13.5 minute 2 mile. So after calculating all of my results into the scoring system, here is how I fared. On the maximum deadlift, I lifted 310 pounds on my 3 rep maximum. The maximum was 340 pounds, so I scored 92 out of 100 points for that exercise, for that test, which I think is pretty darn good. The standing power throw, the medicine ball over the head, the maximum score was 12.5 meters, and I ended up throwing the medicine ball 15.5 meters on my second attempt. So I maxed that one out and got a perfect score of 100. For the hand release push-ups, the minimum score was 10 and maximum was 60. I got a cool 42 reps, which I didn't think I got that much, if I'm being honest. I wasn't counting while I was doing it, I was just going for it, and then I counted when I got home on the video. So 42 reps isn't too bad, and that gave me a score of 82 out of 100. So I'm pretty happy with that. The sprint drag carry was scored between 3 minutes and 1 minute and 33 seconds. I ran it in 1 minute and 3 seconds. So I maxed out the score and got a perfect 100 on that one. I'm actually kind of surprised at that because I'm not typically a huge sled drag kind of guy. I really despise sled drags. But perfect 100s. The leg tucks. You only had to get one to pass, and that was the minimum, and the maximum was 20. I was only able to get 10. That gave me a respectable score of 80 out of 100 points. And finally, the 2-mile run. I ran it in 16 minutes and 26 seconds, giving me a score of 80 out of 100 points. So that gave me an overall score of 534 points, or 89%, which is a passing grade according to the Army Combat Fitness Test. So I am just as fit as some of the Army members, which is pretty interesting. One thing I would enjoy doing is, along with my current training program, adding in some stuff to specifically train for this fitness test, and then maybe like a month or so, or a month or two later, retest myself to see if I improve at all. Because if training's working, you should see improvements. That's how it works. If you don't see improvements, then you're not training right. And so that's a good way to benchmark yourself using a well-regimented test like this. So guys, if you want to test yourself to see where you fall on this list, it is the Army Combat Fitness Test, the ACFT. You can just Google it and find exactly what to do, how to do it, what the standards are, and it's really an interesting way to see where you're at as far as fitness level. And if you do decide to test yourself, or if you've already tested yourself in the past, put your scores down in the comments. I'm curious to know how other people fare on this thing. And let me know, for me, the 2-mile run sucked the most. Let me know what you hate the most and what you like the most. I really enjoyed the standing power throw. That was fun to just hurl the ball behind the head. That was a good time. But yeah, if you tried it or if you plan on trying it, go ahead and put the scores that you get in the comments below, and we can see how you do. But guys, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I just want to say to those people who are currently serving or who have served, I just want to say I have a tremendous amount of respect for you guys, and words cannot describe how grateful I am that you guys fight and serve so that people like me don't have to, and so that we can enjoy the freedoms that we do. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy. Peace.